sir. Yes, sir. What it do, gang? We live. We back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I'm your host, Goose, aka Chandler Blakely. Here today, man, to talk a little DraftKings and FanDuel for y'all. It's a small slate. We're not gonna do a starting five. We just gonna talk about it a little bit. But before we do that, man, you know it's the lineup review. Where I go with my best lineups from yesterday's slate, talk about our process, what we did right, what we did wrong, that sort of thing. Alright. So if you're new to the channel, man, you stumbled across the right spot, man. It's the Golden Goose Show, the best kept secret in DFS. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell on so you can be here rocking with us every day when the videos drop. Also, y'all know, hit that like button for your boy, man. Help out a small channel grow. We on the race to 1,000. Let's get it. Alright, man. Yesterday, whew, it was a high scoring night. It was definitely high scoring night. DraftKings just missed the cash lines. Uh, in most of my contests, won a little bit of my money back. Doubled up on FanDuel though. If you caught the starting five from yesterday's slate, on DraftKings we went LaMelo Ball, Karis LeVert. It was Dante DiVincenzo, Kevin Love, and Kevon Looney. I'm sorry. um, but then about a little bit after lock, we got the news that D'Angelo Russell was out. So Noel will begin to start. So I tweeted out, switch from DiVincenzo to Noel if you could, but if not, DiVincenzo was still good. If you wanted to play both of them, all was well. All right, that's what we did right here. Went Noel. So let's get into this breakdown. LaMelo Ball at the top, 10K, got him at 14%. Great game environment. Everybody was going LeBron. But in the situations like that, because I had some Melo and Bron lineup, so but in situations like this, I like to look to the other side too, because if it's a great game and LeBron's gonna give you one of his ceiling performance, hopefully somebody can get it done on the other side. That's what we did with LaMelo right here at 14%. We knew he'd come in a little lower on. Rough first half for him, man. Some foul trouble, cut his run short in the first half. Definitely could have had a bigger performance. Salvaged the second half though. Still gave us 50 fantasy points, man. But easily, if he don't get his run cut short in the first half, yeah, he probably could approach 60 here, but nonetheless, he was still very solid. But on the night, you had to have my boy Donovan. Listen, I ain't wanting to say I told you so, but point Donovan Mitchell's all I'm gonna say. Right, you had to have him. All right, didn't have him over here on draft. Didn't have enough of him on DraftKings lineup. I did have him, man. I put it together too bad. But at the shooting guard, man, Karis LeVert 4,800. Everybody's chalk. Once you got the news that Garland and Mobley was out, I told you guys on yesterday's video there was gonna be everybody chalk and it was good chalk. Told you Love was my favorite of the two if you only wanted to play one of them. But Karis LeVert 86% on here in this single entry, 23 fantasy points from him. TJ Warren, a guy I mentioned yesterday on the FanDuel side, but I had interest in him on both sides. Normally when you see guys on this video, they good for both sites. You know what I mean? I'm normally playing both sides. I specify if I like them only on one site usually. But if you see them on this video, they're normally good across both sites, alright? But TJ Warren 4,300, 14% on, gave us 27 fantasy points. Thought he could see more thought he could see extra run in a blowout here against the Spurs or just have a bigger role. And I think he got solid minutes. He didn't push any extra minutes, but 27 fantasy points very solid for him at 13%. Just trying to get different with a value play. Kevin Love, another chalky piece everybody was on. Nothing special here, man. You just had to play those guys just because of the matchup and the shorthandedness of the Cleveland Cavaliers over here. So there's nothing. Anybody could have made those picks yesterday. Nothing special though. But Love, 39 fantasy points, very solid at 77% on. Kevin Looney, once it just as the day set on, just realizing the Warriors was gonna have everybody out over there, have like 8 or 9 players. Just knew Looney's a guy who then gave big fantasy performances before in the past, and he's a double threat going in a great matchup against these Atlanta Hawks. This was what was the best game of the night, man. 143, 141, the best. This was where you wanted all your fantasy value from, man. You get a couple pieces from this game, you was in there. But we got Kevin Looney. 48 fantasy points from at 29% ownership. Just ended up being a nice play. Knew he just had to play extra minutes going against the Atlanta Hawks there. Jalen Noel, who we switched to once we got the news that he was starting, 34% on. He gave us 26 fantasy points. It's okay. I was expecting him to push 40, man. He's a guy who can really score, but, probably being in there with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards going to take the bulk of the shots, but still thought he could have gave a little better performance, but still solid from him at 34% on. Then I played the Paul George game. Probably where I went wrong at here in my single entry. Should have just stacked Ball and LeBron and called it a day. We'd have easily cashed. But when we got that news early in the day that Kawhi was out, I felt like he was going to miss. They've been very careful with Kawhi for like 40-some years now. They've been very timid with him. So anytime Kawhi is questionable, anything, I just assume he's out. So when they said that, I knew he was out. I knew I can get a low on Paul George and a perceived tough matchup against the Miami Heat, but he could possibly do everything. And we already seen George give you big performances this year. 19% on. He only gave us 45 fantasy points. Didn't quite work out for us on this particular run here. And then at the utility spot, DeJounte Murray. I mentioned him on yesterday's video. I told you he's been flirting with triple-double the past couple games. Did it here again. Finished 3 assists shy with triple-double. But in this great game against the Golden State Warriors, got him at 2% on. He gave us right at 55 fantasy points. Wish he could have got them other 3 assists. But I think a triple-double is coming. It's looking like he's finding his legs finally. I don't know what's going on over there in Atlanta. They talking about trades, coaches. There's a lot of turmoil going on over there. He seemed to be the one piece that's finding his legs finally on the court. So I'll probably be sticking to DeJounte Murray until his price started to rise here. But there you have it, 313 over here on DraftKings. Let's go look at FanDuel and see how we fared over there. Doubled up our money on FanDuel. This is my best lineup, but in this particular single entry right here, came in 201st place out of like 1,600. I think this is the $5 single entry. Yeah. But if you caught the starting 5 over here on FanDuel, you know it was LaMelo Ball, Donovan Mitchell, Dante DiVincenzo, Kevin Love, and Kevon Looney. Very similar to one on DraftKings. Just kind of, it was such a large slate, so many plays. I just want to kind of narrow down and zone in on my plays, and if they go off, I'm good everywhere. If they miss, we would have just been stuck. But it was solid for us on FanDuel. At the top, Jalen Noel, 16%. 26 fantasy points, very solid. Melo Ball, 51 from him at 27% on. Donovan Mitchell at 19% on. Couldn't believe it when I saw it. Loved it. Donovan Mitchell, amazing performance. 71 real life points. That's just ridiculous. Dennis Schroeder, 8% on 25. Trying to get a little different here with another little value piece. Just salary restraints right here. Got him at 8%. 25's okay from him. DiVincenzo, 30 fantasy points. Like I said, he was still solid. If him and Noel end up pretty much being a wash outside the fact that Noel saved you some money, they probably get somebody else in there. But Paul George got him at 8% on over here on FanDuel. I told you I rode that Paul George wave. I felt like we had a spot. I could catch a low on Paul George with no Kawhi, and I felt like he could crush it and win me to help me take down one of these contests. Like I said, didn't work out in our favor last night. 8% on, gave us 43 FanDuel points. Kevin Love, of course, everybody's chalk. TJ Warren once again, 22% on, gave us 30, and then Kevon Looney, 47 fantasy points down here. 384, best lineup on FanDuel. Now let's get to today's 3-game slate. You know, normally I don't do videos, small game slates, but we wanted to keep the train rolling, keep it going, keep the videos coming for y'all. So on small game slate, you might have heard me mention it. I don't really do single entries. This is where I take my chances in the larger field GPPs. Yeah, feel free to do the single entries, man. It's just in my opinion, when you get to like 2 and 3 game slates like that, single entries get extremely tough, man. Extremely tough. Okay, you talking about probably one person difference in the best lineup. You can have one person difference and not finishing the money because everybody else got it gets extremely tough in single entries on small slates. So this is where if you like those big paydays, well, feel free to go to single entry, man. Feel free to go right ahead. But if on these type days, if you like those bigger payouts, the 100K contest, whatever it is, this is and you only play 2 or 3 lineups like myself. I'm not a 150 guy, man. I hand build. I'm 3 to 5 lineups. That's what I do. So, but if you like chasing those big GPPs, like we all do, everybody want that big payday. So this is where I take my time and do like 2 or 3 lineups in the big large field GPPs, just because there's less options options, guys. So it helps lower the advantage of the 150 maxes because every 3 games. So it ain't but so many ways you can go. It's not but so many plays. It's a very limited player pool. So this helps take away some of that leverage they have on you by playing 150 lineups. So this is why I don't mind going 2 or 3 lineups into the large field GPP. So that's what we're gonna do and talk about. I know you if you watching those other shows, like I said, much respect to all other shows out there, everybody doing it. But those guys they're talking about it from a 150 perspective, so they hate tying. They don't want to tie because of how many lineups they have in. But if you only got 2 or 3 in, trust me, you're not gonna care if you come in first and chop with 10,000 people and only get $1,000. Trust me, you might be a little disappointed, like, man, what if I could have got it by myself? But if you only put $30 in, you're not gonna be upset by splitting and getting 1,000. They be upset and don't want to split because they got 150 lineups, so they won 1,000 and still lost money. So this is what you want to do to GPP. At least I do. Like I said, it's DFS, man. There's no one way to do anything, man. There's multiple ways to look at it. But let's talk about this slate. 3-gamer already, man. The big news today, got to wait on that Giannis news. He's probable, and Drew Holiday is probable. That usually means both of them are playing, so we just got to wait on that news. If they so happen to miss, that's going to shift the outlook of the slate. We're going to assume that they're playing. Bradley Beal is questionable, man. I think they continue to take it easy on him. He probably misses. It's a few other guys down here. But GPPs, man, if you're only building one lineup, you're going to have to take a chance somewhere, trust me, to get leverage on the field. If Giannis plays, I probably fade him tonight, man. Just because, for one, it's not a... He might be a good play because he might go low on just coming off the injury, and there's not a lot of value right now just looking at the slate. Like I said, it's early. Who knows what opens up as the day goes on. She's got Kevin Huerter questionable there. That could open up a value spot. That's definitely Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter questionable could be big. That could bring in some my man down there, Davis. What's his first name? I can't remember his first name right now, but that could be one value piece. But I don't think it's a lot of value. You normally need at least 2 value pieces to put these 12K guys in and build like a sensible lineup, not with a bunch of 3K scrubs who get 15 minutes. You normally need at least like 2 pieces of value to build a solid lineup but I don't think right now it's going to be, who knows, man. Like I said, I don't know if I'll fade Giannis or stay with him. I'm still trying to decide. We got to wait on the news. But interesting guys to me right now probably be like Jason Tatum. He's not going to get much ownership at 10-7. I think he'll be a nice contrarian play just because nobody likes to play him. And he rarely ever crushes. He'll go out there and get you 55, maybe 60. You just got to hope it's a night where he got it going. And he can get you a 65, push 70, especially if Giannis doesn't go off. But that's going to be the key tonight, man. What value opens up? Can we get in Giannis? Because he's by far the best play going against these Washington Wizards. So that's what we're going to have to wait on. See, I think he's playing. I think him and Drew Holiday is playing. So now the key is the value. Another interesting play, I like De'Aaron Fox. Just trying to get contrarian. Thinking about large field GPPs, guys. You want to take, whereas in the single interest, you want a little more safer plays with upside. Large field GPPs, especially doing only 1-2 lineups, I like getting the riskier pay-up options in there because they're more likely to have a blow-up game than the 4K guy. So I look at De'Aaron Fox right here, another guy at 9K who's capable of having big performances, just haven't done it, and the prices come up. He'd probably be another pay-up option that's low on this slate. And Porzingis as well be another low on because he didn't have that great of a game last time they played the Milwaukee Bucks. So, and his price is up at $9,400, especially if we get Bill back. Them some contrarian. Like I said, these are just some contrarian pay-up options I'm looking at right now. Tatum, Porzingis, and De'Aaron Fox if you're fading Giannis. But like I said, we got to see how the rest of the day works out. Just going down from the pay-up options, man. And this mid area, let's say 8K and down. Well, we do 800 and down. This sort of mid area. Bobby Portis is always in play. You know their price is coming up. He's still going to see solid minutes. He can get out there and quick double-double on you. He's the high-energy guy off the bench. They're playing at home. He really engages with the crowd, especially if they come out struggling a little bit. Bobby Portis is always in play, but Probably not on this slate for me. That's 7K. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it depends on what ownership coming in at. I really don't like nothing. I don't mind going back to Brook Lopez. I just gotta hope he gets 30 minutes, 6,300. We took him last time in this matchup. He disappointed just because he didn't get the minutes, not because he didn't play well. He only played 23 minutes, so I don't know why that particularly was. Maybe they decided to give him a little rest night for real since Giannis, Andrew, and the rest of the stars are out. So if he's back to 30 minutes, man, I don't mind taking some chance on it. I'm hoping he's back to 30 minutes. I like going back to Brook Lopez, maybe some Marcus Smart, but people always go to Marcus Smart. Like whenever it's like no value because he's always in this 55 to 6K range. So Marcus Smart probably draw some ownership. And then lower tier coming in, and I don't think I can bring myself to play Mike Conley. He's gonna get some ownership just because of 3 game slate and the minutes he played. He can get you 30 fantasy points, but I'm gonna really try to get somewhere else. I don't really want to go to Mike Conley. Maybe some Monty Morris at 5K. He's another. If everybody go on Mike Conley, I play Monty Morris over Mike Conley. I think they dropped the same thing. Like especially if Bill is out. If Bill is out and everybody's going Mike Conley, you can give me Monty Morris, man. Just I think they have a very similar outcome. Like Mike Conley is not finna go out here and drop 50 fantasy points. I don't even think he finna drop 40. But we'll see. He just been okay all year. Okay, 25 to 35 fantasy points all year. So if everybody going there, I think I can get that from Monty Morris as well. Down here for the bottom feeders, maybe some Malcolm Brogdon. You never know what his minutes going to be, though. Maybe some Horford in this matchup. We got to see if we get Robert Williams back tonight. If Robert Williams is out, I look at Horford for a little value, especially against OKC. Yeah, and Denny Abdi is in play. Grayson Allen, if for some reason Giannis and Drew Holiday miss. Yeah, that's about it from the lower range, man. So just a few ideas, just tossing around a few things. Just want to bring y'all a video on this 3 game slate, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know some of your contrarian plays in the comment section. Who y'all liking out there, man? Drop your boy a line in the comments, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.